The SEC on ESPN, and Knoxville, Tennessee, in spite of frigid temperatures, shirts optional for a showdown between the Tennessee Volunteers and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Alabama atop the SEC at 4-0. Tennessee has got one loss. A first or second team preseason All-SEC, and he's in the running for Player of the Year. Crimson Red, that's Mark Sears with the ball. Hurt his ankle late in his last game. Good sign to see him on the floor. And Grant Nelson goes to work against Josiah Jordan-James, who was dealing with the flu yesterday, but is in the starting lineup. Rylan Griffin, his first three is short. And a loose ball on the floor, grabbed by Estrada, and he is tied up, and they're scoring.
And a monster matchup at the point guard spot today between Mark Sears and Zakai Ziegler. Ziegler, one of, if not the best on-ball defenders in college basketball. Sears averaging 20 points a game.
Let's see if Adu can get started again, just like he did the last game, and he banks one in. His scoring, how effective they are against a guy like Sears today, leading the league in scoring at 20 a game. James for a shot, no good. Rebound to Connect, and a loose ball picked up by Ziegler. Here's Vescovi. Splash.
A lot of weapons, right? A lot of weapons. And Alabama comes in shooting 42% from the three. They rely on it more than Tennessee, but Tennessee can knock it down as good as anyone in this league.
Yeah, and Jimmy, those are two wide open threes. Connect missed one. Vescovi knocked his in inside. A foul on Vescovi, and Nick Pringle will go to the free throw line, finish up. He's a terrific shooter. Pringle knocked
on the offensive end early.
Griffin is a very good defensive player, and he gets the Connect assignment. James passes that one up, and Vescovi with a ball fake, and the drive, and a high flying left-handed layup. Ziegler the hard take. That one is denied by Pringle, and they say Estrada stayed in bounds. Estrada, very good three-level scorer. Here he takes it into the paint. That's pretty.
Yeah, he's got all the moves, man. He's got a lot of stuff in his bag of tricks. Estrada does. I mean, he and Sears, you could argue, as good of a combo scoring guard play that you have in college ball right now.
Good hands. It's deflected to Tennessee. Zakai Ziegler, high arcing three, finds the bottom.
They make 8 a game, does Tennessee, at 33%. So they add that to their ability to punch the ball inside on the paint and on the glass. Man, are they a tough cover.
Good bounce pass. Pringle, that's good body work as he laid it up and in. He's not lying. Scored 35 this year in a game against Purdue. Connect looking for his first points of the day. There they are. He found the bottom there. He went one-on-one with Reitzel, and it matches their largest lead up. Sam Walters, 24 in crimson. Sears, that's blocked by Awaka. He ran out of room, and numbers here for Tennessee. Ziegler, bounce pass, Connect. There you go. Couple of buckets in the last 30 seconds. Behind his back, a lot of one-on-one. Great defense by Meshack. He takes it away.
Beautiful defensive series by Tennessee. No one opened up their hips, stayed squared on the ball, forced the turnover.
Adu, the drive, the left-handed layup. Defense to Connect, penetrates, blocked that time. Really good help defense by Diabate. He goes the other way, runs into Meshack and lays it up and in.
Good job by Diabate to take one more step and get his body so you couldn't get to his ball.
Adu no, Adu the follow.
I love the effort, the heart, the Valentine that Adu plays with right now. Has phenomenal conditioning, played the entire second half at Georgia last Saturday. You can't take him out of the game.
Rapid fire pace, tempo on both teams. They like to shoot it and shoot it quick. And there he is from the corner. We talked about him. Walters knocks it down.
He is a specialist, like a field goal kicker. And you've got to test his toughness, make him do something with that basketball besides stroke it.
They got Connect open. He will fire. Count it. Connect holds up 3 fingers, and now he has got 7.
The timing of the circle cut off of Adu's screen was to perfection by Connect.
Adu with a block, and Terry Oglesby, one of our 3 officials.
And that's how Connect attacks it 9, 10 o'clock at Adu. Nelson.
He's done it twice, and he's well on his way again.
There's the Vescovi again in the paint. That's a problem.
Yeah, and that's a bigger problem when you get it to that guy. It's too easy.
And Vescovi, he's just too good of a passer. You know, we talk a lot about passers on the perimeter. He's fun. Tennessee's defense, Ravi. They are up on that three-point line, and they get picked off, man. They're blitzing that ball, making life miserable for the visitors from Tuscaloosa early.
Sears penetrates. Where you're going? That's Adu came down. So did Sears. Sears missed. You've got a chance to see all of them, and you'll see those teams in action. Alabama's made 3 of their 5 free throw attempts. Connect back into the game with the ball. Got a height advantage here. And he's got a great fadeaway instead of jump hook off the window.
That's just unguardable because he's got the height advantage to begin with, and then how much pop he has in his release. He cannot get to his shot.
Good pass to Estrada. That should be an easy one, and it was. Jaron Stevenson, his first bucket of the night.
What do you think?
That was Sears' first foul. Connect has several inches right now on Weitzel, and he's trying to back him down again. They'll kick corner. Gainey got it.
That's a big shot now. Gainey came in as a sniper and has not found his groove, but this is a kid that can also get hot, make 3 or 4 threes in a game.
Shooting just 27% from three-point land. Ziegler that time. Watch Sears from the back. You've got 52% from the floor. Alabama is even better at 53, and there's a rare turnover after Gainey knocked the 3 down. A little bit of a lazy pass. Tough shot, foul, and free throws coming up. That's a young kid here, Stevenson, shooting a free throw. He was
school. His mom played at North Carolina.
Tennessee hasn't attempted a free throw. Alabama has shot 7 of them. Gainey again, good take, and he will end up shooting 2.
Tennessee shutting their water off at that three-point line. They refuse to go under ball screens in this game as they should.
Mashack just took an elbow. He went to the ground and continued to try to get it inside. It's an offense that'll shoot 3s and try to make layups, and that's it. And Griffin, good hard take, blocked from behind, and a late whistle. And they're going to get the foul against Freddie DeLeon, who came into the game then last year. And he is one of the X factors in his ability.
Point game against Missouri, and he was 6'4".
They'll switch Nelson. That leave James open instead of taking the shot. Now he will. Off to the left. Griffin, good box out against Connect, and that's kind of a light foul on Connect. Drive the ball. They'll shoot 3s, and they will shoot a ton. Next foul was his first, and that one rims out. Last 3 games for this kid, 28, 36, 39. Hard drive, and he could not convert, but he will shoot a couple. He ended up 4. We would have been on him, too. He's now keeping great ball.
This is a guy that on Sunday night, Rick Barnes pulled him in and said, hey,
what about the LSU player?
Movement. Well, Connect is the first in the SEC.
Yeah.
Back-to-back 35-plus point games since Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, there's the nugget.
Yeah,
there's the nugget drop. Tough play by Griffin as he goes off the window with some nice touch, and Alabama's starting to string some points together.
One of the points that Barnes made with Connect with Durant, he said Kevin Durant is a long, tall player that plays low, and you need to start playing low off of your drives.
Mashack knifing his way in. Connect lays it up and in. Really good interior passing. It's where DeLeon's got to improve. Griffin takes it. He ripped it right away. He's got Connect ahead of the field. And a throwdown. I give DeLeon credit. He had a turnover, stayed in it, and then ripped one back on his own. And this time a little too aggressive against Sears.
Score in the nation among Power 6 leagues since December 25th. He's averaging 25 points a game.
Yeah, 4 conference games, he's averaging 28.
Yeah, and he's doing it from everywhere. We've already seen it in this game.
Gainey knocked one down already. That's another, and that's just another weapon for Rick Barnes in his belt.
There's a lack of awareness by Alabama defensively to not be trailed and caboose that shooter to the corner.
Oh, bad pass, another terrible turnover. Connect, here he comes again. Lays it up, too strong, followed by Gainey.
Tennessee just outworking Alabama right now in the effort plays.
Griffin looking for an outlet. He does it himself.
No better way to silence a crowd driving than to get a no-pass, paint-touch basket like Alabama just did.
Gainey, good time block. Mashack, boy, they continue to clean up the mess. He lays that up and in. Second chance points heavily favoring Tennessee. Great drive by Sears as they come right back with an answer. Full figures in scoring today, 10 points. He is averaging 7 per game.
Connect's been so good off of ball screen action.
Oh, he went up to dunk it. Nelson met him up high.
Love with Tennessee's defensive effort in this game. They have forced Alabama. Tennessee's defense is so far in this first half.
It's a special team that he's set.
Well, and more important, they're guarding the ball. If you can't guard the ball, you can't guard the threes. Because as soon as you get that paint touch, you get a pretty good look. And man, Tennessee has pretty much taken deleting the drive ability of Alabama in this first half. A couple of neutral floor losses out of
8 offensive rebounds for Tennessee, 1 for Alabama. Against Griffin, backing him in. He will go up. No good. Hasn't been as sharp as he was in his last game. But he's still putting points up in a big way. Walters gets open for a 3. Is he a terrific three-point shooter? Here comes Griffin. He's got Nelson. Now it's Walters. Ziegler with a big board. Sears to success. Sometimes that's a hard thing, especially with a new player.
Yeah. Right now are having to be rounded off just a little bit enough to allow the defense to rotate to the basketball and put you in a big crowd at the rim.
Big guy on the inbounds, that's Estrella. They'll throw it high to Nelson, who will go right up over Ziegler. Excellent, excellent. James no good. Loose ball, another offensive rebound. Gainey's got a chance. 3 looks really good today from Gainey. As Jordan Gainey.
Lately for Tennessee to close out a half.
They switch Pringle on him. Connect penetrates and a near turnover. They got to fire it up, and that's an air ball off the side. So Alabama will get it with 6 seconds to go here in the first half.
And to go, just be solid.
Sears behind his back, and that's Walters. That ball was maybe deflected by James. It came up short. And a 50 spot put up by Tennessee in half number 1 against Alabama.
A really good last 6-second adjustment.
2 of 9, that's 22% in the first half. And remember, Jonas Aidoo played less than half in the first half with 2 fouls. He's back on the floor. See what Nate Oates did to adjust, and well, if you start up by saying I want Sears to have an uncontested layup,
15 points in the last 122 minutes that he's played. Pretty good ratio.
Yeah, Aidoo with a height advantage. Pringle trying to lock him up. Vescovi, great handoff to James, and Nelson now picks up his 4th foul. James hit the ground pretty hard.
Ravi in drop coverage off of ball screens.
Rims out the second. Walters, very good shooter, now back into the game. Sam Walters knocked down a couple of 3s in the first half. Now he threaded the needle, and I think Walters was even surprised it got through all those hands.
Well, a really good job by Josiah Jordan-James as he was denying the heck out of Walters, and Walters with a hard, fast back cut. Josiah whips those eyes around.
15 turnovers. If you were Oates, what would you tell your team at half? Good pass from Connect to Aidoo. Now for Alabama with Nelson on the bench with 4. Ziegler one-on-one. Great defense by Sears. Estrada somehow got it up over Aidoo. What a 10 on the shot clock when Ziegler resets. Alley-oop. A little high for James. Aidoo's got to shoot it, and he gets it to go with about a second left. 4 fouls committed by Alabama in this half. Tennessee hasn't committed any. Spin move right into Adu, who met him at the rim. But that's certainly been what we've witnessed here through the start of the SEC conference.
Yeah, no doubt. South Carolina, their average margin of victory right now is by 40. By 40 points.
Ziegler, whoop, little step back and the roll of the eye. Sears hasn't been able to, he has not been able to get free. Vescovi there. Adu, and that's 2 free throws coming up, and you can see the frustration
On the floor this afternoon.
80%.
Well, the Tennessee defense hasn't helped it. Those 4 teams just in the last week have really grabbed my attention in terms of how well they're playing.
And balance, right?
Absolutely.
Sears kicks it. Estrada doesn't take the 3. James closed on him. More contest. He throws it up and in. He's very, very crafty. His crowd thought he walked. Reitzel. No good. And Connect 1 on 3. Not stopping, and he got fouled. Boy, like a train, he said, I don't care who's in front of me. He took it to the hole with 3.
It's going to be a real nightmare all winter long in the SEC. One of the finer parts of an offensive scorer, and now the best defensive point guard in college basketball, Ziegler, and maybe the best defensive 5 guy in college basketball, Adu. He's playing that well.
And that was a really pretty play between Sears, who then dumped it off to Mohamed Wegi, who laid it up and in off the window. Ziegler found a hole, and he takes it all the way to the rack.
That's that butt screen that Tennessee works off of 2 or 3 times a half, and if you get lazy with it, you give up a layup every time. Really well done by Zakai Ziegler and Adu.
Sears over Adu, boy, between he and Estrada. Good pass and a good cut by Reitzel, and that's 1 extra pass. He lost the ball. 3 on 1 and a dunk. Alabama trying to come right back, and a good force by Sears, who will go to the free throw line.
You don't have the ball, and to her point, and that you don't have the ball, and she dug real deep into.
Connecting Ziegler, 2-man game, 3 short, and Griffin rips down a rebound.
Like, think of Adu today. He's had the ball less than 8% of the time in this game.
Watch out, Mashack and Connect, the alley-oop. Connect, he has to go off the window.
2 good options, though.
Yes.
Connect or Mashack.
18 Alabama turnovers. Tennessee's got 20 points.
And look at that Tennessee defense. Any ball screen, they are up to touch. High, hot, and heavy defensive team today, taking away the 3.
He got a little piece of Ziegler, and he was kind of making a statement right there to Vladimir Voyard-Tadal, who blew the whistle. That may have been Bart Lennox, the player of the year. Alabama is 2 of 14 from 3-point land, and a chance there for a 3-point play, but they've gotten points a lot more in the paint.
Alabama has only gotten off 14 3-point shots, and we're halfway through the second as 3-point defenders.
17-point cushion. And both Adu and Estrella, the 2 7-footers, are on the bench. Waka is a wall down there. He got the best chance to win the SEC. Alabama was second as Mashack puts that up and in. Has been cleared to play. Vondermeer may be seeing action for Kentucky against Georgia. And Ole Miss Auburn, 8:30 Eastern tonight on SEC Network. A terrific ball game. Sears switched on to by Vescovi. Estrada all the way to the rack, too strong. Gainey, great bounce pass, Connect. Couldn't convert, but he will shoot 2.
This year with Connect. And how many times has he?
Free throw even baseline, that time denied by Gainey, and here he comes. Every possession, bodies end up on the floor.
And every rim shot by Alabama is severely challenged.
Adu, too easy. They're up by 20 plus right now, their largest lead of the game.
And that ball screen dive action with Adu is becoming very difficult to handle.
Sears the drive, and he will have a chance for a 3-point play. No give up in Mark Sears.
But again, those hard, tough twos off balance, so be it. Do not let them get going from the three-point line.
Gainey will kick. 8 on the shot clock. Vescovi, they're going to have to get rid of it, so it's Adu with the left. Boy, what a release valve he is.
Tennessee got that ball to the fourth side of the floor, and finally Adu finishes it off.
Jimmy, how about 19 points on 9 of 13 shooting for Adu, who's just a totally different player this year. And there's a deflection from Adu and a foul. He got his hands up there on defense. Shooting 52% from the floor on the.
You don't knock him off balance. He makes plays through traffic. He's a
Coach G, Garrett Maidenwald, gets these guys in as good a shape as any guy in the country does for their team. And another turnover and another foul and more frustration for Nate Oates.
And Commissioner Sankey strongly came out quickly by one of the top 5 teams in the country.
And Nelson. Vescovi step back 3, great rotation, and he knocks it in.
He is so good off of the ball fake into a three-point shot, whether it's off the bounce or the ball fake sidestep. He's actually better at that than just a pure catch and shoot.
Another drive by Sears, lays it up and in, takes a 20.
And he'll have some games this year in SEC play. You look up, he's got 20 or 25 points.
We saw that show the other night with the 39. Sears has 2 guys on him, so that frees up Reitzel in a ball fake. Tipped back up and in inside. Alabama came in unranked, knowing a win on the road would likely get him into the rankings.
Yeah, no doubt. Tennessee, it's ridiculously hard from a coaching standpoint as Mashack fires away from 3 again. To get your guys to play this hard defensively with this much discipline and this much toughness. And Tennessee has been a clinic today guarding the ball. They've been beaten a few times, but man, overall, they have squared them up and taken away the three-point shot of Alabama.
We're under 16 for a team that shoots 40%.
Many of those 16 three-point attempts have been really good ones. I mean, just a handful. Conviction like connect.
2 of 17 from 3. Griffin down low. That time they let him have it. He missed it. And Vescovi has the rebound. And there will be a foul, an unnecessary one on Alabama. So that's beautiful.
She could fly from Fayetteville to Knoxville if the wind is. Was our first one? It was Trey Mitchell at Kentucky with Aura.
Yeah.
And the long reach. What a weapon around that rim.
4 blocks to go with his 19 points. Sears knocks down a 3. Most complete team that wins the championship today.
Well, I haven't seen the bracket, first of all, but I do love UConn.
Yep.
I like how they're playing with Klingenbach. I think they are still finding their groove. And as well as they're playing, they're not a finished product. Kentucky still has a tremendous upside. It's interesting again. We talked about it a few weeks ago.
I would say that given where we live in the SEC, but early in the year, are Tennessee and Connecticut.
North Carolina, we were impressed with them as well that night.
I did. I'd like to see them be a little bit more consistent, and they have started to play that way. Now with more options. Gainey was a big part of today's story, and that guy right there down low has been consistent, solid performer for them.
Ravi, there's another sneaky good team right now in Auburn that comes up tonight against Ole Miss at home.
Out of the game with a minute 34 to go. Really good game tonight on the SEC network. It'll be interesting to see if Big Z gets into the game for Kentucky. Cleared again by the NCAA to add another 7+ foot weapon as DeLeon delights those that are still
of a defensive rotation, and they were there again today.
Connect is going to be open if he wanted it. His defender fell down. And they get 5 on the shot clock with Ziegler kicking. DeLeon gets it off awkwardly, but it goes down. And they're going to give him a 3 on that. 91 against Alabama. Nate Oates and Alabama, Jimmy, they had some airplane troubles getting here. They finally figured it out after about a 3-hour wait. I'm not sure it's going to be any more pleasant on the flight home with a plane that's working correctly.
No, they're going to have to get better defensively, Alabama, because they're not going to just have the ability to outscore some people in this league, at least the best ones.
Awfully impressive performance from the Volunteers of Tennessee. Final score, a 20-point win, 91-71. For our entire crew, Jimmy Dykes, fun to hang out with Kennedy Dykes. I'm Carl Ravitch saying so long from Knoxville, Arizona, UCLA with Bob and Sean.